Pakinggan po ninyo itong linya, ang mga tanong, re-examination na ginawa ni Attorney Ligutan, Attorney Amando Birhil ba yun? Attorney Amando Ligutan ng Cebu. At yung mga sagot ng testigo at linya ng pagtatanong. Parang ang sarap pakinggan, sarap panoorin. Dahil malinaw yung paghahayag, pagtatanong, pagsagot dito ho sa ongoing trial na kinakaharap ng Vice President.
Remember, during cross-examination yesterday, the good counsel for the defense presented you with a diagram using their props that the NBI is under the DOJ. Remember that?
Yes, sir.
And that the DOJ is under the NBI is under the DOJ and the DOJ is under the President, correct?
Yes, sir.
In fact, you were asked point blank whether the President, if they refer to the President as BBM, I would like to refer to our President as President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. You were asked if he intervened. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Did he in fact intervene, the President, to your investigation?
Objection,
If you
Your
know,
Honor,
if you know, if you know,
Leading. Objection leading, Your Honor.
if you know,
Witness may answer.
None at all, sir.
what will you say that not at all?
Well, wala akong dumating sa akin na any information o any direction o any directive, even from the director, na nakipag-communicate ang presidente sa NBI during that time na nag-iimbestiga kami.
If you know, what is the basis of your findings in filing the cases for grave threats and inciting to sedition against the Vice President? If you know,
Ano, sir, what is the...
basis of your findings.
Objection, vague.
Objection, there's an objection.
Misunderstands, he may answer.
Basis of the findings, well, as I have explained that, Your Honor, there were several factors that we considered before we come up into a conclusion. Yung una nga, yung manner, delivery, or the manner in which the utterances were spoken. And then the literal meaning of the statement, inexplain ko na rin ho yan. And then the nature of the instruction, relentless, huwag kang tumigil hanggat hindi mo mapapatay sila.
All right.
As well as the relationship between the parties involved, meaning the Vice President and the President, Your Honor.
Now, thank you so much. Now, earlier, the counsel for the defense, in their argument that it was merely an exercise of the freedom of expression of the Vice President, when she uttered that, and they said that the Vice President is an ordinary citizen. Do you remember that?
Objection
I
leading.
think so, Your Honor.
Your Honor, again, this is the purpose of
Witness may
redirect.
answer.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree with that? That the Vice President is an ordinary individual?
Definitely not, Your Honor. The Vice President is the second highest official of the land, sir.
Okay, now,
Yes, power po.
Let's proceed. Mr. Witness, yesterday, the defense devoted more than 2 hours in pointing, for example, number one, an alleged discrepancy in the subpoena, okay, dated November 6, 2024, and according to the defense, the NBI supposedly started its investigation on November 23, but there was already a subpoena dated November 6. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Witness, how do you characterize this error, if at all?
Typo, sir. Typographical error, sir.
Typographical, para maintindihan ng ating mga kababayan, Attorney Lotok, ano ba ibig sabihin kung alam mo ng isang typographical error?
Well, basically, hindi ito substantial insofar as the document is
Error nga
concerned.
lang
Ito yung may
Hindi yan
mga,
intentional
for
na
instance,
ginawa.
maling
Error nga.
spelling, o nagkamali lang ng date. Then, pag makita mo naman dun sa surrounding circumstances, ito naman ang tinutukoy na date, o gaya ng mga case numbers.
Case numbers. Now, what effect, if any, did this typographical error have on the statement of the Vice President threatening the President and the two others? What's the effect, if any, of these errors?
They don't have any effect at all insofar as the findings of the NBI is concerned, sir.
Why is that?
Well, because those typographical errors does not alter the fact that the video exists. It does not alter the fact that the Vice President uttered those statements. And it does not alter the fact that the findings of the NBI is that the Vice President committed the crime of grave threats and inciting to sedition.
Okay,
Your
now.
Honor.
Okay.
You know, tatlo yung nakita nyo na-explain na mabuti. Una, hindi nakialam, hindi nag-utos si Pangulong Marcos na mag-imbestiga ang NBI. Ibig sabihin, walang pressure, walang nagdikta, mag-imbestiga kayo. At ginawa ng NBI ang pag-imbestiga dahil kailan trabaho yun, na mag-imbestiga sa issue ng death threat sa matataas na opisyalis ng bansa. Yung top 5, President, Vice President, Senate President, House Speaker, at saka Chief Justice. So yun, yung isa na establish doon. Okay? At pangalawa, na-establish din na si Vice President, dahil pangalawa sa pinakamataas na opisyal ng pamahalaan, hindi pangkaraniwan. Mahalaga yon. Hindi pangkaraniwang tao, ma-impluensya yan. Marami yan pwedeng magawa. May kakayanan kung anong gustong gawin. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng pag-identify kung sino ito. Vice President. Ma-impluensya, pangalawa sa pinakamatataas na opisyal ng bansa. Yun ho ang ibig sabihin nun. At yung pangatlo ay yung tungkol nga doon sa error. Yung mga initial na nagkakamali ng tulad nung ma'am, naging mama. Yung January 30, doon sa record, na-receive ng Department of Justice, tapos naging February 11. So, ayan ho. Yun yung mga error na pinapaliwanag na hindi naman nakakasira doon sa pinakabuod o laman, detalye nung topic, nung pinag-uusapan. At idiniin niya dyan yung pagbabanta ng pangalawang Pangulo kay Pangulong Marcos, sa First Lady at dating Speaker. Yun ang idiniin nitong si Atty. Lotto. Okay? Na hindi nasira doon sa error ng date at saka spelling na hindi naman nila sinasadya. Pag sinabing error yan ay hindi yan intentional. Error nga eh. Wala namang planadong sirain eh, di ba? Nagkamali. Siyempre naman yung katulad nung ma'am, naging mama. So, ganun lang. Yun ho. At yung tingin ko, personal kong opinion, sa redirect examination na ginawa ni Atty. Ligutan ay malinaw. So, magaling itong abogadong ito na Cebuano. Mas sumawaswerte yung mga taga Cebu dahil meron silang kababayang magaling na abogado. Sa tingin ko, at na-establish niya kung gaano kahalaga yung testigo, yung kanyang ginawa, yung kanyang findings, at kanilang paniniwala. Yun po yun. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow.